I wish. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizard of the Reads, and as always guys, I'm Andrew. Today I got another video for you, but before we get to that video, make sure you're liking and subscribing, hitting that bell notification so you can get regular updates for when I put out new content. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, make sure you're checking that description box down below for the link to the Wizardly Duo Discord, as well as links to all my social media and information about my Patreon. And today, guys, I'm going to be doing a book tag. I think it's been a couple weeks since I did a book tag. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we're going to go with it's been a couple weeks. This is the Wishful Thinking book tag. I was tagged by my good friend Joanna. You should definitely check her video out. It's in the description box down below as well. This was created, I believe, by Mason from Mason in the Dark, whose video will also be in the description, as well as all the prompts if you want to do this one yourself. It's a pretty short tag, so this shouldn't be a super long video. That said, it's 6 questions, so let's just jump right in. So the first one is legacy. Is there an author you wish were still alive today that they would be alive to witness the impact that they had on the world? And for me, I think that that's going to be Robert Jordan, Wheel of Time. Robert Jordan sadly passed, I think it was 2007, if I'm remembering that correctly, of like a heart condition. And Brandon Sanderson stepped in to finish his series. Not only do I wonder how different the ending to the Wheel of Time might have been, because, you know, he outlined a whole lot of it, so there was a lot for Brandon to work with. But, you know, there were some things that weren't quite as tight as they could have been. Specifically, there's a teleporting character who the editors didn't catch and it made it into the final cut. We're not here to talk about that. But I think Robert Jordan, like, recently a kind of biopic or a bio book or a biography or something about the Wheel of Time is like coming out in like, I think September. And this author who's writing this, and I forget his name, I'll put a picture of it right there. He was very inspired by Robert Jordan, and to see the impact that Robert Jordan had on the fantasy genre, I think would have been absolutely fantastic. So that is my answer for the first one, because I honestly, like, he's still my favorite author. I've read all of these books, and I always say the Wheel of Time feels like coming home to me. So number 2, The Memory Wipe. What book or series do you wish that you could forget so that you could experience it all over again for the first time? And this one for me, and I've got my books all out of order, I don't know why, is going to be Unsold, or the Cradle series by Will White. This series is just fun. It's full of great one-liners. There's a lot to love about it. Great characters. They really grow on you. You get this sense of like family as the series progresses. It's just a lot of fun. And frankly, like when I hit book 10, I was like, I got hit right in the feels. So I think that's the one I would choose. All right, number 3, Destiny. Which character do you wish had a different fate? For me, I'm going to go with Thomas Semlin at the end of The Fall of Babel. I thought the Tower of Babel series, or the Books of Babel, not the Tower of Babel, the Books of Babel series was very, very good. I enjoyed book 1. I know it's not for everybody. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like Thomas Semlin. That's fine. For me, Semlin's character arc was very, very interesting, and specifically the arcs of all of these characters. But the end just felt like it missed the mark for me. I didn't like how the series was resolved. It felt to me personally, I did dedicated book reviews for books 1 through 3, and then 4, I didn't do a dedicated book review because I felt like it just did not stick the landing. I was very dissatisfied with the ending of Thomas's story, and honestly, like, I felt like it was a cop-out. I did not enjoy it. The first, 80 pages of this book, 100 pages, were okay. I understood the reason for them, but like, the way this story ended, like, it just didn't work for me. It left me very, very dissatisfied. I still recommend the Books of Babel, just so that you can read those first 3 books. But this, The Fall of Babel, it hurts to know that the last book, at least in my opinion, was unable to stick that landing. So I wish Thomas Semlin had a different fate. Number 4 is Namesake. If a character was going to be named after you, what kind of person would you wish for them to be, and what sort of story would you want them to be in? Well, of course, I'd want them to be in a fantasy story. And because my name is Andrew Wizardly Reads, I would like them to be a wizard. Preferably not super old, maybe like an up-and-coming kind of mage, into their powers. But, yeah, I don't know. Not the wand kind of wizard. Maybe, like, a nice staff or, like, a good magical, like, tome that he can, like, whip out. Or, like, I don't know, maybe a Doctor Strange thing. Just kind of waving of the hands and then, like, lights and stuff. I don't know. But definitely a wizard in a fantasy story. Preferably with an alignment towards the good. If it has to be not good, then more kind of just chaotic neutral. Something like that if we're going to borrow a term from D&D. So that's my answer for that one. Number 5, collectibles. Which fictional objects do you wish you could own? Or which object, singular object. And for me, I'm going to go back to Cradle. And specifically, there's this thing called, like, I forget, it's like a stasis ring or something like that. And I've seen this in a few different fantasy series. But for me, it's basically like this self-contained closet that you carry around with you. And you just kind of open and close it. I'd love to store, like, my book collection in this kind of portal so that I always have my books on hand. So that's my answer for that one. All right, and number 6, the reset button. Which book or series do you wish were written by a different author? I have an answer for this. However, I'm going to start by prefacing that I don't think this prompt is in good taste. I think that if you create a world and characters and everything, that is your story, and you are entitled to it, and to say that somebody could do it better than you is just a hair rude. Now, I do have an answer just to fulfill the prompt, and my answer is going to be The Expanse by James S.A. Corey. Now, I need to say this because Daniel Abraham by himself is a fantastic author. Long Price Quartet is one of the best fantasy series I've read in the last year. When he's paired with Ty Frank, the logical loopholes in this series make it nonsensical. The dialogue delivery here in Leviathan Lakes was very, very clunky. It's Holden said, James said, or whatever. However, like this character said. Very, very bad dialogue delivery. It's very bland, it's very boring, it's very cardboard, it's not interesting, and it's not engaging. And then the logical loopholes take place after, I think the second book. No, the second book's fine. It's the third book where the logical loopholes start becoming a huge, huge problem. So I would like to see Christopher Rocchio's take on the Expanse series. Mainly because, he does that kind of engaging action that the Expanse can do. However, he also doesn't have a lot of logical loopholes within his story. And if he does, he builds in a reason within the story, which is something that I love. If you're going to do something, build in a reason for it, why that's there. And I think that's something that Christopher Rocchio is very, very good at. So I know that's just me being critical of the Expanse series because I think it's incredibly overhyped. It's entertaining, it's blockbuster, but it's not great sci-fi. It's just there for pure entertainment value, in my opinion. That said, that is all 6 prompts on this tag. So I'm going to tag 3 individuals. I've got Jonathan from Words in Time. Speaking of sci-fi, Jonathan is the sci-fi guy. I love Jonathan's channel, so I'm going to go ahead and tag him. I'm also going to tag an erudite adventure, mainly because I just like seeing this brother-sister duo collaborate on their channel, so I'm tagging them as well. And then I'm going to tag my good friend and patron, Lana, from Lore and Lullabies, mainly because I love Lana. Lana's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to tag Lana as well. That's it, guys. That's all I've got for you. So, till next time, peace out. Stay magical. Bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons.